All right, hello everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Litchfield. We are here, Wildcats on the road today. It's their final game of a road trip, 3-game road trip to start the season. They started out at home and they're in Litchfield today for a game against the Litchfield Dassel-Cokato Dragons. Teams lining up. A quick lap in before player introductions. We'll have the national anthem and we will start the first period. Wildcats looking to bounce back after last night in Delano. Game they ended up on the losing end. I believe it was a 6-0 loss. Wildcats fired up to start this one. Referees, the introductions with the coaches, and the scorekeepers and announcers will get underway here with the introductions.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Litchfield Civic Arena for today's girls hockey contest. Today's game features the visiting Waconia Wildcats and your LDC Charger Dragons. Starting out for the Wildcats, starting on defense, number 26, Aiden Kochinska. Defensive player number 4, Ethan Justin. Starting out for the Wildcats, number 11, Ella Brookmeyer. Number 2, Lucy Erwin. And number 15, Whitmer Ham. And those references for the Wildcats, number 1, Scarlett Smith. And the rest of the Wildcats are coached by assistant coaches Jim Rubio, Mike Greenhofer, Al Barrett, and Cassie Noah. Head coach Jordan Gates. And now for the Charger Dragons, starting on defense, number 7, Ellen Chad. The defensive partner, number 10, Taylor Pomeroy. And forward, number 2, Ellie Wakefield. Number 13, Paisley Johnson. And number 13, Isabella Stroud. In goal tonight for the Charger Dragons, number 33, Gwen Aho. And the rest of the LDC Charger Dragons are coached by Tony Lundgren, Lou Lindstrom, co-head coaches Matt Foley and Brett Gamero. At this time, we stand and move your head right for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Maybe. Let's play hockey.
And let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to say we could take a shot at singing it. I don't know how that would work out. I feel like I know it when I need to, but... Boys hockey team picking up the slack. Good for them. Hey, MVPs of the game right there. Student section across the way for Litchfield, picking up the slack in the national anthem and getting the crowd into it and the teams into it, and we are ready to go. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Teams gather around the net, get ready to go, and start our first period. Wildcats 2-1 on the season, facing Litchfield. I believe they're 0-2 on the season. Teams approach the center ice dot. Lucy Ertl is going to be taking the draw for the Wildcats. 8th grader Brooklyn Henn at her wing. Sophomore number 11, Ella Breakmeyer at the other wing. Kate Kaczynska, Ainsley Jelstad at D. Puck drops. Ertl pushes to the wall. Kaczynska gets a play on it. Puck elevates, and it's into Waconia, and Jelstad back to collect. Jelstad chips that one ahead to Henn. Ertl steps into support. Puck battle on the wall. By possession, that one's going to come out of the zone. Breakmeyer taking an angle on the puck. Wildcats pushing Litchfield into their zone, force a bad pass, and create a turnover. Henn has it. Henn looks for Breakmeyer. Ertl on the back check, and that one will find Scarlett Smith. She redirects up to the corner. Puck behind the net, moved by Ertl. Up the wall to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer had a chance on it. Shot from the point. Scarlett Smith making her varsity debut today. She's able to redirect that one to the corner. Pass cross ice. That one's out ahead of Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer in pursuit. Putting pressure on the LDC defense. Litchfield reverses. Pass cross ice. Kaczynska steps into that one. Litchfield shot gloved by Smith, and she freezes. 15:44 in the first period. In the defensive zone for the Wildcats, defensive zone faceoff for the Wildcats. Kind of Daney line with Rayfeld and Camrath at her wings. Off the draw, puck goes to the slot. Daney off her skate, stick, saved by Smith. Daney pushes that one up the wall. Kaczynska chips ahead. Rayfeld in pursuit, looking to force a turnover. Rayfeld ties up. Daney steps into support. Daney behind the net on her backhand, works up the wall. She has Peterson at the point. Daney pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Camrath. Camrath shot. Rayfeld looks for a tip. Daney works towards a loose puck. Daney works to the point. Kaczynska has it. Kaczynska collects, loses it for a second, and that's going to give Litchfield a chance to escape the zone. Nice poke check by Kaczynska. Daney picks up the loose puck. Daney to Rayfeld. Rayfeld on her backhand. Ridden off the puck. Camrath, deflection to the net. Goalie freezes, and we'll change up our lines. Wildcats come back with the Cora Herman, Maddie Lawagi, and Callie Lensing line. Ara Pena and Ainsley Jelstad at D. Lawagi lined up in the high slot looking for a shot. She gets the loose puck. Pass to Pena to Jelstad. Jelstad shot. That one kick save to the wall. Dragons clear, and that's going to be an icing. Face off back in the Litchfield end. Wildcats set up the same way, and Herman wins this one to the wall this time to Lensing. Lensing in a battle. That one rings around the wall. Jelstad will get to it. Jelstad able to hold the zone. She dumps deep. That one behind the net. Herman's going to get to it. Herman down low. Pass to the point to Pena. That one jumps over Pena's stick. She regroups. Pena pass to, she foregoes. She starts the rush. Nice play by Ara Pena, driving middle. Loose puck deflected to the corner by the Litchfield goaltender, and Cora Herman looks to reverse on the wall. Strong play by Herman. Pass support. Lawagi coming in to help. Loose puck to Kaczynska. Kaczynska, high slot shot. Save. Lawagi on the back on the rebound. Litchfield reverses behind their net. Puck up the wall. Seraphin to pinch. That one gets beyond Seraphin. Kaczynska back to retreat. Kaczynska takes an angle shot and a save by Smith. Chances back and forth for both teams. Start the game, 13:41. Left in the first period. Lucy Ertl on the draw. Low grip. Face off to Litchfield. Shot. Caught a piece of Brockmeyer. Shot deflected the corner. Ertl got a stick on that one. That allowed Kaczynska to collect the loose change. Kaczynska works up the goal line. On the wall, backhand pass. Intercepted. Brockmeyer and Ertl looking to get possession. Nice play by Ertl. Pushes along the blue line. She's able to clear the zone and push up through the neutral zone, but that one came out. And the Wildcats are going to be offsides. Neutral zone face-off. Buck drops. Daney wins it to Camrath's side. Daney, nice play on the blue line. Daney starts the rush through the neutral zone. Drives middle, loose puck to the corner. Rayfeld in pursuit. She gets a stick on it. Rayfeld tries to push through traffic. Daney pass to the point to Gelsted. Gelsted pulls it off the wall. Puck is heading down to the Waconia end. It's going to be a foot race. Pass intercepted by Peterson. She works behind her net. Brings up the wall. That one to the point. Shot hits traffic. Deflection and a goal. If the shot came from the point, it hit a Litchfield player maybe in the back of the leg, shin pad, but from the sound of it, deflection went into the corner and just found enough of the net. Litchfield strikes first, 12:33 left in the first period. They lead Waconia 1-0. Puck drops. Litchfield pushes forward. Kaczynska on the poke check. That one blocked by Kaczynska. Kaczynska picks it up the wall. She pushes across the ice. Play in front of the Litchfield bench by Camrath. Camrath with pressure. Daney able to chip low. Camrath has it. Loose puck over from Kaczynska to Rayfeld. That one is held in the zone. Rayfeld. It's a touch in pursuit. Litchfield on the breakout. The Wildcats able to hem him in the zone. That one does get out of the zone. Pena regroup pass to Kaczynska. She wastes no time. Driving middle. Shot. Hits the crossbar. Great shot. Jump into play by Kate Kaczynska. Puck low around the wall. Rayfeld in pursuit. Litchfield reverses. Pass off the back wall. Lewagi's going to get to it. Has Rayfeld in the slot. That one off her stick. Cora Herman on the wall. Cora Herman works down low. Nice reverse. She's looking for some help. Has Lewagi coming in. Nice back check by Herman. Herman on her backhand. Shot. Doesn't quite make it. Pass off the wall to Kaczynska. Kaczynska, another shot. She just had a chance off the crossbar. And Litchfield's out of the zone. Seraphin got a piece of that one. Litchfield collects. Puck moves to the high slot, but Linsing is able to tip that one into the corner. And Seraphin doesn't like the look. She reverses. Breakout pass to Lewagi. Seraphin has it again. Pass behind the net, looking for Kaczynska. Puck moves to the high slot. Kaczynska still on it. Pass to the neutral zone to Herman. Can't connect, and that one is going to deflect into the Waconia bench for a quick break. 10:23 left in the first period. Wildcats down a goal. Puck drops. Ertl on the draw. Brockmeyer able to chip that one out of across the blue line to Hen. No icing on the play. Ertl on the forecheck. Beats an opponent. Ertl knocked down. Brockmeyer comes in to help. And that one chipped out of the zone. Easy Gelsted reverses the wall. Has some time and space. Ertl pushes middle to Brockmeyer, and Brockmeyer dumps Ertl gets a touch on it. That one is going to go behind the net. Dragons collect. It'll be a penalty on the Wildcats. Ref has their arm up. Chance for the Dragons. Dragons still have possession. No touch-up. That will be a touch-up. See what the call is. It's going to be a tripping call on the Waconia Wildcats. Wildcat penalty kill unit will be Daney and Rayfeld at forward with Pena and Kaczynska at D. They starts. Shot saved by Smith. Dragons work the puck around the perimeter. Shot off of Rayfeld's shin. Shot tipped to the corner. Pena and Kaczynska holding down the goal line. Puck worked high. Puck hit traffic. That one deflected to the corner. Dragons stub the puck around the perimeter. Shot. Smith sees that one, able to deflect to the corner. Puck on the wall. Dragons work low. Pass is going to exit the zone. Daney has speed. Daney chips that one ahead. She has a chance all alone. Backhand shot to goal. Wildcats tie the game. Becca Daney off to the races. That puck just came out of the defensive zone for the Wildcats. Becca blew past two defenders, pulled it from forehand to backhand, and tucked it home. Wildcats tie this one up shorthanded. Still have 1:12 left on the penalty kill. Becca Daney unassisted on that one. Taylor Camrath on the draw. Dragons collect. They drive into the Waconia zone. Nice poke check by Kaczynska. Defense and forward change spots. Shot, snapshot, blocker saved by Smith. Kawagi clears. 1:10 left in the power play for Litchfield. Camrath applies pressure. Loose puck to Kawagi. Kawagi steps into that one. She chips. She stays in the race. Rolling puck. She collects behind the net. Centering pass to Camrath. Shot, save, rebound. Goalie covers. Got chances shorthanded. We'll take them. Good shift for Kawagi and Camrath. They trade places. Cora Herman and Callie Linsing come out as forwards. We got Seraphin and Jelstead at D. Herman on the draw. She's going to get a crack at the puck. Herman has it. Spins off an opponent. Linsing reads the play. Pass off the wall. Dragons able to break out. Seraphin's going to go back to collect. Seraphin moves behind her net. Pass up the wall to Linsing. Dragons push in the middle. Cora Herman picks off a toe drag, and she's able to move it up into the neutral zone. Jelstead on the poke check. Jelstead fights for possession. Runs out of space. Seraphin steps in. Pass can't connect for Litchfield. They work to the point. Shot, that one hit a Litchfield player, stung her pretty good. Wildcats trying to clear it out of the zone, and they're back full strength. Herman chips ahead. Brockmeyer fresh out of the penalty box. Brockmeyer and Herman giving some pursuit, putting some pressure on the defense for Litchfield. Linsing to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Peterson. Peterson. Nice spring pass to Linsing. Linsing walks into the zone. Linsing, she reverses. Pass to the middle, look for Ertl. That one just out ahead of her a little bit. Lisa Ertl has it on the wall. Cross-ice pass to Kaczynska off her skate. Puck deep in the Litchfield end. All tied up here, 6:40 left in the first period. Brockmeyer chips to the corner. Ertl comes in to help. Ertl and a Litchfield player get tangled up. Everybody behind the goal line. Peterson, she's able to step down, hold the zone. Peterson, pass off the back net to Ertl. Ertl tried to get a shot through. Peterson on the back check. And Litchfield dumps and chases. Kuchinska down the back wall to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer pass to Ertl. Ertl starts to rush out of the zone. She has Hen. That one, saucer pass, hits traffic. Hen's going to back check, but the Dragons dump and chase. Peterson back to Black. Breakout pass. That one misses the stick to Rayfeld. That one looks like it's going to be ice. Yeah, face off in the Wildcat zone. Score table, and a couple seconds tip off the clock there, but no time stop. Puck drops. Rayfeld looking to pick up a loose puck off her stick. She pushes through traffic. Still has a play on it. Wildcats chip ahead. Rayfeld to Kamrath. Kamrath drop pass. Daney picks up the loose puck. Daney slammed against the wall. Kamrath tried to hold that one. Gelstead in the neutral zone. Play in front of the penalty box as Kamrath's going to work. She dumps. Has Rayfeld on forecheck. Rayfeld looked to spin off a defender. Rayfeld picks a pocket. Still has it. Mohawks looks for Kamrath. Daney got a stick on that one, and Pena was able to hold the zone just momentarily, and here come the Dragons. Dragons drive wide pass, doesn't find its mark. Daney off the boards to Rayfeld. Rayfeld gets a touch. Daney picks it up. Becca Daney works through traffic. She goes cross ice. Maddie Lawagi fresh on the ice for her shift. Kuchinska cuts down. Kuchinska with a chance. Shot. That one hit traffic and in the front to pass a goalmouth. Shot from Seraphin from the point. Gloved. Players line up. Puck drops. Linsing pins a player on the wall. Linsing with pressure. Up goes cross ice. Dragons still have a play on it. That one off of the referee. Dragons chip deep. Wildcats forced to retreat. Looks like Seraphin's going to get to it. She corrals a bouncing puck. That one's going to make it out of the zone, and Dragons dump. They have to tag up. Linsing sees that, gets the opportunity, but the Dragons able to keep the Wildcats bottled up. Seraphin looking at options. Cross-ice pass to Lawagi. Lawagi has it. Lawagi looks to chip ahead. She has Linsing. Linsing cuts middle. Shot blocked. Litchfield, a little tip and maybe a foot race to the net. Peterson's going to get there first. Peterson starts the race. Peterson has speed. She's driving up the wall. Chips ahead, has Hen. Hen camps out in front of the net. Peterson still has it. Peterson ridden off the puck. Hen in support. Bouncing puck comes to the blue line, and Brockmeyer and Ertl work to hold the zone. That one is going to come out. Brockmeyer has to retreat. Regroups to Gelstead. Gelstead with the puck. Gelstead looks up ice to Hen. Hen was just in ahead of that puck, and Wildcats will be offsides. Ertl wins that one to the wall. Hen battling for possession. Regroup to Gelstead. Gelstead looks cross ice. That's read by Litchfield. Litchfield watching the zone. Nice block by Gelstead. Second block by Brockmeyer. She's upended. Gelstead tries to flip out of the zone. Able to clear. Brooklyn Hen in pursuit. She's going to force the Litchfield defender behind her net, but they're able to break out. Litchfield on the rush. They drive wide. Gelstead tries to push the attack to the outside. Shot. It's Smith. Rebound saved by Scarlett. Covers. 1:57 left in the first. Puck drops. Danny collects off the draw. Puck up the wall. Litchfield has some space. They work down to the low slot. Shot wide. That one's going to find its way to the defense for Litchfield. Kashinska tries the poke check. Rayfeld got a piece of that one. Litchfield able to chip low. Ara Pena picks up the puck. Pena contested. Camera chipped ahead to Rayfeld. Rayfeld drives wide. Rayfeld cuts to the net. Pass, centering pass, misses the mark. Nice pinch by Kashinska. Kashinska ridden off the wall. Daney in pursuit. Daney and Camrath battling. Daney with it. Backhand shot, short side. That one ends up behind the net. Camrath is working still. Rayfeld and Pena pinch. Pena keeps that one low in the zone. 56 seconds left in the first period. Dragons able to clear, and Herman's going to have to go back to her net. Pass to Kashinska. Kashinska moves up ice. Kashinska to Herman. Herman on her backhand reverses to the corner. Herman has Lawagi in the high slot. Pass Lawagi. Tip. Just wide of the net. 34 seconds left in the first period. Kashinska pinches, holds his own. That one's going to go to Olivia Seraphin. Seraphin rings that one around the wall. Herman able to get possession. She reverses past Lawagi. Shot just wide of the net. 10 seconds left. The first period. Lensing able to regroup to Seraphin. Seraphin up to Kashinska. 4 seconds. Kashinska. Wildcats can't pull the trigger there, but applying some pressure late in the first period. Tie game here after one. All knotted up, one apiece. Teams will head to their locker rooms and we'll get a quick resurface and be back to the second period.
Shots on goal for the first period for Waconia, 9 for LDC.
Welcome back for the second period. Teams and officials take the ice again. We're ready to go. 17 minutes on the clock. All tied up here in Litchfield. 1-1. Big takeaways from the period. Strong performance by Scarlett Smith, her varsity debut. She's getting to see some clean shots. She's starting to get to see some tips and handle them all. Nice play by Becca Daney to get the Wildcats on the board. A loose puck, race in the neutral zone. She was able to get to it and push it ahead and put a nice deke on the goaltender for Litchfield to put the Wildcats on the board and get the equalizer. Waconia Wildcats versus the Litchfield Dragons. Dragons. You don't hear a lot of teams called the Dragons. I give them credit though. You look at some of these new team names, and they're all the singulars. The PWHL just added 2 more teams, and Vancouver Golden Eyes and the Seattle Torrent. I don't know what Torrent is, but you just pick a name like the Dragons. It's a solid name. Referees line up the teams. Puck drops. Ertl on the draw. Kaczynska steps through traffic. Brockmeyer makes a play on it. That one dumped into the zone, and Hen is going to go to collect. She gets a stick on it. Tries to push the player up the wall with the puck. That's going to allow Jelstad to collect the loose puck. Pass to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer on the rush. Drives forehand. Pass to Ertl. That one momentarily went to Kaczynska. Wildcats trying to get possession in the offensive zone. Loose puck to Litchfield. Spring pass. That one's behind the Waconia defense. Shot and a goal. Litchfield able to connect on the long pass and breakaway attempt, and that one was a low glove shot. Goal for Litchfield, and they're up 2-1 over the Wildcats. 16-19 in the second period. Referees confer, and looks like they're ready to go. Players are ready. Puck drops. Puck to the wall. Litchfield gets there first. They chip. Daney back to pick up the loose puck. Daney behind her net. Chips up the wall to Rayfeld. Rayfeld pass to Daney. Daney drives wide. Daney has Camrath in the slot. Pass to Camrath. Shot saved. Rayfeld maybe on the rebound. Covered. The Wildcats trying to get a goal of their own. Answer back to that go-ahead goal by the Dragons. Puck drops. Daney wins it to Camrath. Camrath to Pena. Pena. Nice move to evade a couple opponents. Loose puck bouncing to Kaczynska. Shot knuckles over the net. Camrath chips to Rayfeld. Rayfeld reverses pass to the slot. No one home. That one out to the point to Kaczynska. Kaczynska snapshot hits a shin pad. And the Dragons are out of the zone. That one's going to go all the way down to Smith. Smith plays it to Pena. Pena ridden into the wall. Has Rayfeld. Puck tied up, and Rayfeld's feet with an opponent. Puck back to Pena. Pena has it. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska steps around the puck. Deflection pass. Tried to spring Daney. That one's back to Pena. Wildcats regroup deep into their end. Daney hits traffic. Rayfeld picks up a loose puck. Rayfeld looks for options. Backhand pass to Daney. Daney cuts middle. That one from Camrath to Daney. Daney snapshot. Shot deflected to the wall. Rayfeld got a stick on that one. Daney as well. That one's going to travel up the wall and out of the zone. Ainsley Jelstead got a stick on that one. And the Dragons dump deep. Ella Peterson in pursuit. Peterson makes a physical play on the wall. Jelstead ahead to Lawagi. Jelstead cross ice pass to Linsing. Linsing with a one-on-one look. Linsing trying to drive wide. Lawagi helps out behind the net. She has it. Pass off a stick to the point. Jelstead holds the zone. And Linsing trying to find Jelstead. Jelstead with a shot. That one found its way to the net. Shots through traffic. Those equal goals. 14:04 left in the second period. Bertle, Brandt, and Hem. The forwards with Peterson and Jelstead at D. Puck drops. Brandt with a shot to goal! Ava Brandt, first varsity goal. Right off the draw. Brandt shoots high, glove side, and game is all tied up. Yeah, quick release on that shot. Ava Brandt. Wildcats are back in it. Here we go. Forward line stay the same. Defense would be Grace McLean and Kate Kaczynska. Puck drops. Lucy Ertl in pursuit. That one. Brandt has a play on it. Loose puck enters the Waconia zone. McLean clears the zone, and that one going to be a checking call on, cross-checking call on Litchfield. McLean stepped up in the play and got a little bit of lumber, and Wildcats are going to be on the power play. A chance to pull ahead in this game. Litchfield struck first. Wildcats tied the game at ones, and Litchfield went up again 2-1, and Wildcats countered. And their turn to take the lead. 13:47 left in the second. Puck drops. Lawagi picks up the loose puck. Lawagi reverses behind the net. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Rayfeld. Rayfeld pass back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska shot blocked. Daney's going to have to get to the loose puck. Daney pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska pass over to Rayfeld. Rayfeld shot caught a piece. That one trickles onto the net. Daney steps down. That's off her shin pads. Kamara tried to hold the zone. Loose puck to Kaczynska. Kaczynska reverses to Daney. Daney cross ice to Rayfeld. Rayfeld shot. That one may have caught a piece of the iron, but to the corner to the Wildcats. Wagi pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Rayfeld. Rayfeld back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska down to Daney. Daney with the shot. That one wide of the net to Rayfeld. Rayfeld heads up. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska and Rayfeld, but they're going to trade spots. Kaczynska fans on the shot. Still collects the loose puck. Kaczynska works down low. Referee gets out of the way. Pass to Daney, and that one's off her stick and out of the zone. Rayfeld has to pick up the loose puck. Rayfeld pass to Kamrath. Kamrath connects. Pass to Lawagi. Rayfeld's going to step into the loose puck. Tries a toe drag. That one's cleared. Wildcats are going to have to hustle. Kaczynska gets to it. Pass. That one's going to be off the wall. Kamrath picks up the loose puck. Here comes Becca Daney. Daney tries to split the D. 27 seconds left on the power play. Kaczynska up ice to Kamrath. Kamrath chips ahead to herself. Kamrath reverses. Pass to Rayfeld at the point. Rayfeld has room all alone. Pass to Jelstead. Shot tip. Lawagi to Daney. Daney to Rayfeld. That one mishandled. Out of the zone. Rayfeld has to collect. Backhand pass. Jelstead. Jelstead tries to get possession. Chance for the Dragons. Rayfeld on the back check. Teams fight for possession. That one comes out of the zone. Chipped ahead to Hen. Hen off the races, drives wide. Shot. That one's high off the glass. Dragons on the attack. Peterson got a stick on that one. Jelstead to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer looks middle to Hen. Brockmeyer gives chase. Dragons chip pass. Brooklyn Hen on the back check. Nice play by Brooklyn. She gets that one to Peterson. Peterson cross ice. Pass to Jelstead ahead to Brockmeyer. And the Dragons clear. Looks like that one is going to be no icing on the play. Refs thought about it, and they waved off. Peterson behind her net up the wall to Hen. Battle in front of the benches. And Brockmeyer trying to force a turnover. Ertl pins the puck on the wall. Hen's going to have a play on it. And one-on-one battle. Brockmeyer and Hen behind the net. Wildcats trying to jam one home short side, and you got a scrum in front of the net. Whistle to get a quick break. 10:25 left in the second period, all tied up at 2. Cora Herman on the draw, and Litchfield able to get possession to start their rush. Nice poke check by Kaczynska. Pena back to retrieve. Nice reverse. Pena pass to Herman. Dragons dump, going to be no icing. Kaczynska picks up on her forehand. She starts wheeling. Kaczynska still has it. She's able to get through 3 defenders. Here comes Kaczynska. Shot. Pad save. Rebound by Herman. That one still loose. Wildcats fighting for that one. Looked like it's going to be frozen. And puck is right there on the goal line. Great play by Kate Kaczynska coming behind her net. And she pushed through the middle and worked her way through 3 Dragons to make that rush possible. Herman, Linsing, Lawagi. Seraphin with a shot, bouncing puck. That one hits the side of the net. Linsing reverses on the goal line. Backhand pass to Lawagi. Off the skate, and that one's out of the zone. Wildcats have to tag up. Looks like that one is going to be a no ice. Seraphin's able to collect, bouncing puck up the wall. Puck goes in front of Smith, but that one finds its way to the corner. Litchfield behind the Waconia net, up the wall. Lawagi chips ahead. She's got Linsing. Linsing can beat icing here. That one stops. Linsing may have a play on it. Reverses the wall, pass down low to Herman. Puck up the wall to Seraphin. Seraphin backhand to hold the zone. Nice play by Herman to be able to pick up an errant pass. Pass off the wall to Kaczynska. Kaczynska down low. That one's going to come out of the zone. Seraphin and the Litchfield player get tangled up, but Camrath comes in to support. Seraphin able to clear, gain the zone. Here comes Herman. Herman reverses, tries to find Camrath. Camrath gets a stick on it. Herman ahead to Rayfeld. Rayfeld gets it caught in her skates. Puck through the neutral zone. Kaczynska off the wall. She dumps. She's going to stay in the attack. Rayfeld picks up a loose puck. Rayfeld wraparound attempt. That one's going to come out of the zone. Camrath, McLean, your defense. Chip ahead to Daney. Camrath has it. Camrath looks middle. Jelstad steps into the play. Rayfeld has it in the corner on her backhand behind the net. Rayfeld moves up. She has Daney down low. Pass up the wall to Jelstad. Shot and a tip by Rayfeld. Rebound. Doesn't go, and the Dragons clear the zone. Jelstad picks it up. Jelstad looking for Hen. That one's off the wall. Long Class connects temporarily for the Dragons, and they're working into the Waconia end. Becca Daney able to get the loose puck. She's behind her net, moves with speed. Daney cuts up the middle. Daney on the drive. Has Hen and Rayfeld. Daney drives, shot, save. Chance for Waconia here. 6:59 in the second period. Offensive zone faceoff for the Wildcats. Last goal is right off the draw with this unit. See if they can get another one. Brooklyn Hen maybe with a chance. Pass to Peterson. Peterson looks to Pena. Puck comes out of the zone, and Lucy Ertl comes back to support. Regroup pass to Peterson. That one's off of the Dragons stick. Dragons regroup. Pass looks like it's going to be too far ahead of a player and maybe an icing on Litchfield. Ref ready to go. Has to wait for a couple Litchfield players to get down to the center ice dot and the face-off dot. Puck rung around the wall by Litchfield. Kashinsky reads it. Pinches to Brandt. Ertl on the wall. Ertl wins it, looks middle. Dragons intercept, and they're off to the races. Peterson takes a nice angle. Ertl comes into support. Loose puck in the slot. Kashinsky grabs it. Breakout pass to Brandt. Ava Brandt works into the Litchfield end. That one's off the wall, and Hen may have had a play at it, but it comes out of the zone. Kashinsky back into the offensive zone. Kashinsky with a shot just wide. Puck comes out of the zone. Pena's got to hurry to collect. She's able to get to it, and she passes to Kashinsky. Kashinsky, that one's off Wagi's stick to Linsing. Linsing in pursuit. She's got a stick on it. And loose puck to Herman. Herman off the wall to Kashinsky. Kashinsky's shot just wide. Good pinch by Pena. Pena to the high slot. Loose puck to blue line. Good reach by Kashinsky. She holds his own and gets a shot on net. Linsing, puck low, high slot. Dragons collect. They're able to push into the Waconia end. Arapena has it. She pushes behind her net. It's help from Herman. Herman breakout pass to Linsing. Linsing back to Herman. Herman drives wide, forehand side has Linsing in front of that shot. Rebound just wide of the net. Wagi on the back check, loose puck to Gelstead. She chips up the wall. Gelstead gets it again. Gelstead starting to rush. She drives wide, shot, high glove, save. Referees line them up. Draw back to Peterson. Peterson, Gelstead. Gelstead shot. That one stayed on the ice. Moved through the crease. Camrath to Rayfeld. Rayfeld. Toe drag. Rayfeld with a chance. Backhand. Tries to jam one home short side. Rayfeld, another chance. That one's through the crease. Dragons move to the neutral zone. Drive wide. Gelstead able to push the attack to the outside. Rayfeld tries to get a stick on it. That one to Camrath. Camrath looked for Rayfeld. Nice play by number 8, Ella Peterson. Push the attack. Camrath throws the gap. Peterson battling. Puck on the wall. Wildcats trying to get possession here, but the Dragons hold the zone. Wildcats get fortunate there. A little mishandle by the Dragons. Able to come out of the zone. Puck deep in the Waconia end. Peterson, backhand pass to Gelstead. Gelstead reverses to Peterson. Wildcats trying to get their forward change. Pass up the wall to Ertl. Ertl drives ahead. Rayfeld tries to get in the lane. Here come the Dragons. Dragons shot just wide of the net. Ertl makes a play behind the net. Gelstead in support. Gelstead looking for an outlet to pass the puck to as Brockmeyer. Wildcats able to escape the zone. Camera pursuit. Wildcats back to pick up the loose change. Brockmeyer tries to reverse, looks for Gelstad. Dragons able to gain possession, reverse. Cut to the middle. Ainsley Gelstad got her shins on that one. Taylor Camrath able to pick that one up the wall. Here comes Taylor. She has Brockmeyer in the middle. Camrath shot on, low shot, redirected. Brockmeyer makes a play down low. Herman with a chance. Pass to Hen. Hen on her backhand. Puck goes wide. Litchfield reverses. Pass picked off by Lensing. Olivia Seraphin steps into that one. Shot. That one's off a shin pad. Doesn't find its way to the net, and the Dragons are out of the zone. Seraphin has pressure. She turns to the wall. Creates some time and space. Here comes Seraphin. Seraphin stops. Pulls up. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska high slot. That one high off the runner, and that one stayed out of the netting. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska snapshot. Tip. Rebound to Lensing. Puck in the slot. All alone. The Dragons are out of the zone. Drive wide, chip deep. Kaczynska works up the wall, able to clear the zone. Announcer gives the 1 minute left sign and 48 seconds left in the period. Puck deep in the Waconia zone. Seraphin able to get possession. Seraphin up the wall to Lensing. Rolling puck. Held in the zone by Litchfield. Litchfield, nice poke check by Kaczynska. Shot, deflection, chance. Smith with the save. Second one goes in. 29 seconds left in the second period. Litchfield's able to pull ahead. (3-2) Litchfield over Waconia here late in the second period. 29 seconds, whole lot of time to score a goal. Face off won by Daney over to Camrath. Camrath driving into the zone. Camrath. Rayfeld may have a chance on it. Shot. Daney got a stick on that one. Shot on net. 18.7 seconds left in the second period. Up the draw. Daney trying to gain possession. Camrath, good stick check. Puck's off the wall. And Pena is back to retrieve. 6 seconds left. And that's going to do it for the second period. A little bit of chuck-a-puck action here in Litchfield. Happy to report there is a center ice dot at this arena. There's no longer one in Waconia, and it feels like there was another rink, too, that we went to in the chuck-a-puck. It's kind of subjective on what the actual dot is and what they're throwing the pucks towards, but we'll take a break. Wildcats down a goal after 3-2 in favor of Litchfield. We'll be back in a couple. We're about ready to start the third period. Wildcats down a goal, 3-2. Wildcats take the ice, warmed up and ready to go. Referees are ready to go. Whistle for teams to wrap it up and head to the face-off dot. Wildcats head to the face-off dot. Ertl taking the draw with Brockmeyer and Hen at wings, and Koshinska and Jelstead at D. Face-off pushed ahead by Ertl. Koshinska pass up the wall to Ertl. Ertl enters the zone. Into the wall. She stays on the puck. The second crack at it. Ertl is able to force a pass, and that one came to Jelstead, deflected into the bench. Kane is going to take Jelstead's spot. Puck drops into the Litchfield zone. Brockmeyer got a stick on that one, and Shinska's able to finish it up, and Pena will go back to collect the loose puck. Pena works on the wall. Penn gets a stick on it. Puck onto Smith. Shinska pass up the wall to Brockmeyer. That one comes back to Shinska. Shinska retreats behind her net, reverses. Bouncing puck, calms it down. Pass to Hen. Hen comes back to the loose puck. She turns up ice. And that one's going to exit the zone and make it all the way down to the goal line for Litchfield and be an icing on the Wildcats. Looks like Rayfeld will be taking the draw with Daney and Camrath at wings. Rayfeld wins it back to Peterson. Peterson chips to Jelstead. Jelstead up to Daney. Daney out of the zone. That one will make it all the way down. Fresh ice. No snow to slow that one down. The icing on Wildcats. Sophomore forward Malin Rayfeld, number 12, lines up for the draw, wins it to Jelstead. Jelstead to Camrath around the wall. Camrath looks up to Rayfeld. Daney's ready for the puck. She's in the middle. Camrath in pursuit. That one off of Camrath's stick and off of the banner. Low-hanging banner. Looks like that is a dead puck. Yes, center ice face-off for the Wildcats and the Dragons. Take that back. Neutral zone face-off. Draw one to Daney. Peterson steps into the path of a loose puck. Dragons drive wide into the Waconia end. Shot. Smith makes a save. Rebound to Daney. Daney works behind the net. She rings it up the wall to Camrath. Camrath looks middle. Rayfeld comes in to help. Peterson cross ice. That one's picked off. Shot. Glove save by Smith. for Herman on the draw. Dragons, DB pass. Shot, that one hit Kashinska. Smith trying to track. She makes the save, deflection to the corner. Claybo broke down in front of Smith, and she's locked in on it. Pass by McLean to Herman. Litchfield player reverse right into Herman. Milwaukee comes into support. Battle for the puck. Loose puck is ahead to Lensing. Grace McLean pass to Brooklyn Hen. That one just behind Hen. Dragons dump. McLean back to retrieve. McLean battles on the wall. Puck behind the net to Herman. Pass hit Kashinska's stick. Hen picks it up. Hen's off to the races. She's driving on her backhand. Hen reverses to the wall. Looks for Berger. Puck doesn't find its way through, but Ertl picks up a loose puck. Now Berger has it. Pass to Hen. Ertl with a loose puck. She may have a look. Shot. That one hits a shin pad. Ertl pinned on the wall. Hen comes into support. Hen works down low to Ertl. Ertl has it behind the net. Ertl works pass off the toe. That one's caught by Pena. Pena to the net. Hen with a chance. That one's still loose. Going to be a call or a whistle and a stoppage of play. Wildcats looking to tie this one up. 13:20 left in the third period. Ertl able to kick that one in the corner to herself. Ertl pass off the wall to Kashinska. Kashinska trying to hold the zone. That one just gets out in front of her. Ertl strong on the back check. Ertl indirect pass off the wall to Berger. Berger looked for the centering tip. The breakout tip to Hen. Battle for the puck. Kashinska comes in. Woods off a couple. Litchfield Dragons pass to Peterson. Peterson chips up the wall. Litchfield with a chance. That one can't connect. Berger clears the zone, and that's going to make it all the way down for icing. Wildcats get the wholesale change with forwards and defense. Gelsted and Seraphin at D with Rayfeld centering Daney and Camrath. Puck drops. Rayfeld wins it back to Daney or to Gelsted. Gelsted short pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld pass to Camrath. Camrath looking to spring Daney. Seraphin steps up in the play, chips ahead to Daney. Daney works the puck low to Camrath. Camrath on attack. Rayfeld steps into that path. Puck's up the wall to Gelsted and shipped out of the zone. Daney back to collect. Daney on her backhand, up the wall to Rayfeld. Camrath looks low. Rayfeld with a chance on her backhand. Camrath on the back check. Dragons chip deep, and they get a couple changes. They have one forechecker. Gelsted looked to go up the wall to Camrath. Rayfeld came in for support. Chance for the Dragons, and a glove save by Smith. Puck drops one by Herman back to McLean. McLean and Herman battling for possession. Litchfield working the puck along the goal line. Litchfield wheels up top, drop pass in the defense. Herman makes a play on the wall. That one's going to clear out of the zone. Forwards Lawagi and Lensing, they're going to give chase. Breakout pass. Milwaukee's able to intercept. Loose puck to Lensing. Lensing with a shot. He'd be able to get a tip. Loose puck. Herman was there to get a poke at it. Stoppage of play. Wildcats keeping the shift short here in the third period. Keep legs fresh. Lucy Ertl on the draw. Brooklyn Hen. McLean stepped down on the wall. Dragons chip into the Wildcat zone. Kuchinska picked up the loose puck. She starts a rush. Kuchinska has Brockmeyer and Ertl. Kuchinska reverses. Cuts to the middle, loads up a shot, and a save. Kuchinska's going to go for a shift. Pena takes her place. Pena and Peterson at the blue line for the Wildcats right now. Pena and Peterson back to retreat. Shot, that one's high off the glass. And make its way to the defense for Litchfield, and they pinch. Pena looks for Brockmeyer. Loose puck to the high slot. Shot off of Peterson's shin pads. She's able to get to it. She works on her backhand. Shovels the puck ahead to Brockmeyer. Clears out of the zone. Hen chips that one ahead in the offensive zone. Hen in pursuit. Puck rung around the wall. Peterson tried to keep that one in, but it comes out. Daney's back to collect. Daney backhand pass to Pena. Pena up to Hen. Hen toe drag. Hen shot just high. Rayfeld in pressure. Rayfeld looks for Daney. Rayfeld with the poke check. Hen has a play on it. Hen works the puck low to Rayfeld. So there's going to be a penalty. Holding call. Let's see who it's on. It's like Wildcats are going to go shorthanded. 9:30 left in the third period. Wildcats need to kill one here and use the penalty kill to their advantage. Fast team, Daney on the draw. She wins it to Jelstead. Daney chips around a defender. Daney drives wide. Shot. That one's going to be steered wide. Steered to the corner. Daney staying on the forecheck. Dragons collect. Rayfeld able to create a little bit of interference here for the Tigers. Rayfeld with pressure. Loose puck is going to come out into the neutral zone, and Jelstad's going to get a play on this one, see if she can clear it. That one's cleared deep into the Dragons' end. Minute 25 left on the penalty. Rayfeld applies pressure. That one's rung up the wall. Pass misses its mark. Kamarath collects. Kamarath shovels it back into the zone. Rayfeld's going to go for a shift. There's going to be a stoppage of play, and Wildcats have a minute 10 left of this power play and this penalty kill. Offensive zone face-off. Taylor Kamarath. Let's see what she does. Strong shots from the blue line with Kuchinska and Peterson. Dragons get possession. They're off to the races to the neutral zone. Peterson defends. Loose puck cleared by Kamarath. A few more seconds burned off the penalty. Here, 52 seconds remain. Milwaukee applies pressure. Litchfield player falls. Kamarath back on the back check. Kuchinska picks up a loose puck. She walks around an opponent. Now she's into the zone. Kuchinska loads up a shot. And a save. Wild forwards change. Cora Herman and Callie Lensing. Pass to Lensing. Lensing with the shot. That one to Herman. Herman had a look on her backhand. Herman looked for Lensing. Loose puck all the way down into the Waconia end, and Peterson back to pick it up. Peterson behind her net, reverses. Short pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska on the clear. Wildcats change their personnel. Herman, smart play, applies a little bit of pressure. 2-1, and the Wildcats are full strength. And back on the ice. Litchfield with the chance shot. That one hits the crossbar. Pass ahead to Hem. That one off of the stick and into the Waconia bench. 7 minutes and 13 seconds left in the third period. Ertl line with Sylvia Berger and Brooklyn Hennett forwards. Gelstead and Pena at D. Puck ahead to Berger. Berger had a great game earlier today. Berger drives wide. Lowers a shoulder, pass to Hen. Hen tied up. Hen drew a penalty there. Wildcats are going to go on the power play. Loose puck to the slot. Hen went to the dirty area and she drew a penalty. So Wildcats are going to get a chance on the power play with 6:59 left in the third. Time to strike, ladies. Here we go. Smart play by Berger, too, to drive wide. Wildcats line up, face off one back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld shot and a tip just wide of the net. Milwaukee collects. Milwaukee pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld walks down, shot. That one's high. That one deflection into the glove. Good chances early in the power play for the Wildcats. Draw one by Daney to Kamrath. Kamrath back to Rayfeld. That one ships over her stick and all the way down to the Waconia end. Kamrath, Kaczynska. Pressure. Rayfeld trying to pick up a loose puck. Kamrath able to get a skate on it or stick on it, and that one comes out of the zone. Wildcats can calm it down here. This poke check by Kamrath. Kamrath to Lawagi. Lawagi walks the blue line. Lawagi drop pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld, that one hits a skate. Rayfeld trying to collect the loose puck. Bouncing puck, she keeps that one on the wall to Kaczynska. Rayfeld has it, walks down. Tried to pass across ice. That one missed the mark, and out of the zone, Kaczynska collects the loose puck. Kaczynska starting to rush. Poke checked. Turns the corner on an opponent. Pass to Herman. Herman walks in the high slot. Loads up a shot. Save. Rebound to Kamrath. Kicked in. Rayfeld able to hold the zone. Nice play. Pass to Kaczynska. Kamrath has it. Kamrath up the wall to Rayfeld. Rayfeld with it. Shot just wide of the net. Herman's going to get to it. Traffic coming to the blue line. Pass across to Rayfeld. Rayfeld, toe drag. Shot high, just over the net. Herman with the rebound to the net. Wildcats need to keep attacking. Dragons, they clear. 17 seconds left in the power play for the Wildcats. Kaczynska reverse, looks up the wall to Rayfeld. Rayfeld looks at options. Cross-ice pass to Herman. Herman kicks it ahead to herself. Herman has Lensing on the blue line, and the Wildcats get in just ahead of the puck. The face-off, Wildcats will start on the power play, and Dragons will get their attacker back. So to start off the period, or the face-off, the shift, Wildcats will have a slight advantage. Puck ahead in the zone and off the glass and out. Ertl regroups to Peterson. Peterson rolling puck. She's able to collect, and that one for a pass to Spring Hen. That one is out ahead of her, and the icing on the Wildcats. 4:51 remaining in the third period. Wildcats down a goal. Puck drops one by Litchfield. Cycle to the D, shot doesn't find the net. Gelsted's able to step into that one. Gelsted pushed off the puck. Wildcats are going to be on the power play again. Puck's in front. That, no goal. That does happen. So that dangerous play sometimes if there's a delayed penalty and the puck is around the net. It will be a goal if a loose puck goes off of a skate of a Waconia player and they can get kicked in. So Wildcats here on the power play with 4:44 left in the game. Herman, Lensing, and Ertler are going to get first crack with Peterson and Gelsted at the blue line. Off the draw, that one's cleared. Smith plays it to Gelsted. Gelsted behind the Waconia net. Gelsted looks at options. Pass to Peterson. Back to Gelsted. Gelsted reverses in the corner. Cross ice pass to Herman. Herman's going to get out in front of that one. She chips around a defender. The defender makes a nice play. They dump, and Gjelsted's going to have to retreat. Minute 30 left on the power play. Pass to Peterson. Peterson chips ahead to Lensing. Lensing and Herman trying to connect. Lensing's going to take it. Puck gets out a little ahead of Lensing, and the Dragons are able to take advantage of it. And they're able to clear. Kashinska has to collect all the way back to the Waconia goal line. Kashinska surveys. Pass to Peterson. Peterson looks middle. Rayfeld on the back check. Going to be a slash or a trip, but Wildcats are going to go to the box for 53 seconds. We're going to have 4-on-4 hockey. And then about a minute power play for the Litchfield Dragons. Not the place the Wildcats want to be in here late in the game. But they've shown that they can create scoring opportunities shorthanded. First, they'll get a chance 4-on-4. Hold on a second. So this looks like it's going to be a penalty shot for Litchfield. The play Rayfeld came back, and referees believe that the player was in the clear. So let's see it. Scarlett Smith facing the PK. Litchfield player number 18, Lydia Schultz, will take the penalty shot. Coach Gates asking for some clarification. But it's a penalty shot. You don't get to see this very often. Ref picks up the puck, and maybe not. Draw is going to go into the Waconia end, and no penalty shot. Daney lines up to take the draw. Puck drops. Litchfield shot that one behind the Waconia net. Kashinska picks up the loose puck. She starts up ice, has Daney and Kamrath with her. Here comes Kashinska, drives wide. Mohawks out, pass to Kamrath. Kamrath shot just wide. Litchfield attacks. They dump into the Waconia zone. Pena picks up the puck. She chips ahead. Kamrath's going to try to catch up to it, but that's going to end up on a Litchfield stick. Litchfield, cross-ice pass. Nice play by Kashinska. She steps up in the play. Drives forehand side shot. That one. Goalie gobbles it up. 4-on-4 hockey for another 8 seconds. And the Dragons will go on a short power play. Rayfeld penalty, a minute 15 remaining. That one looked like it hit a Dragon player on the bench. Results in a stoppage. Cora Herman lines up on the draw. Puck one back to Peterson. Peterson chips low. Milwaukee's going to get to it. Milwaukee pass to Herman. It looks like Litchfield is not going to be full strength yet. Penalty time has technically expired off the clock, but It ended just as the puck was caught. Oh, Litchfield is full strength. Shot by Herman, saved. 1 minute on the penalty kill for the Wildcats. Here come the Dragons. Drag, nice play by Peterson. Dragons work the puck to the point. Low to high. Shot. Saved by Smith. 2:18 remaining in the third period. Herman jumps on a loose puck. Jelstad trying to make a play. Shot, glove saved by Smith. Scarlett saw that one all the way in. 29 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Wildcats. Wildcats have Gainey and Camerath coming out for the draw. You got to believe that once the penalty expires, Rayfeld will run out on the ice, and Wildcats will look to pull the goalie if they haven't tied it at that point. Chance for the Dragons, shot off of the skate. Woo! Kate Kaczynska went for the hard clear. Luckily, that was a fluttering puck, went straight into the Waconia bench, but Coach Kelsey Nowak reflexes like a cat. She saw it coming the whole way and got out of harm's way. Off the draw, Dragons have it and comes over the blue line. 19 seconds left in the power play. Loose puck picked up on the wall by Kaczynska. Kaczynska goes up center ice, and that one is going to go all the way down. Dragons on the breakout. Kaczynska heads that one off. Rayfeld's out of the box. Wildcats full strength. Dragons drive into the Waconia end. Loose puck, that one cleared by Kaczynska out of the Wildcat end. Minute 20 left in the game. Wildcats need a goal, down a goal here. Litchfield dumps, Wildcats forced to retreat. Kaczynska has it, she moves ahead to Rayfeld. That one met at the blue line. 1 minute in regulation. Rayfeld looks to make a play. That one, Gainey. Rayfeld, puck worked down low. Pena's going to have a play on it. Kaczynska behind the net. Kaczynska ices. Wildcats are just trying to get a stoppage and give their players a rest and get the right personnel on the ice. Looks like Wildcats are going to call a timeout. Smart move by Coach Gates. 40.6 seconds left in the game. Wildcats can win a face-off and clear the zone as soon as they get across the red line or exit their zone. Maybe seeing Scarlett Smith heading off the ice to get the extra attacker. And then it's downhill hockey from there for the final 40.6 seconds. If they score another goal, they still win, but we need to score a goal, so throw everything at the net and just attack, attack, attack. Downhill hockey. Looks like the Wildcats are getting ready to go. Referees ready to reset the teams. Whistle blows, and here we go. For Wildcats to finish this game up, we'll have Linson, Daney, Kaczynska, Rayfeld, Herman. And I think I'm missing one here. Yeah, we're good. That's our 5. Rayfeld has the puck. Rayfeld starts to rush. She drives into the offensive zone. She's barreling in on her backhand to the net. Loose puck. Wildcats are going to get that offensive zone faceoff. So Smith is already on the bench. We're going to have our 6 skaters on the ice. Daney on the draw, wins it to the wall. Dragons chip to the wall. Linsing throws the puck to the net. That one chipped out of the zone all the way to the net, and it's going to be an icing on the Dragons. 22.7 seconds left. Daney on the draw, Kaczynska on the wall, Peterson at the point. Loose puck underneath, and that might be a hand pass. Is that going to be a penalty? I mean, she covered the play. She covered the puck, so that's going to be a penalty on Litchfield. Yep, 2 minutes delay a game call. Wildcats are going to be up 6 to 4 players. 16.5 seconds left. Puck drops. Daney wins it back to Peterson. Peterson shot. That hit a glove. Kaczynska with a shot. That one hits Rayfeld. Shot by 22 Lensing. Herman has it. 6 seconds left. Rayfeld fans on it. That one's cleared out of the zone. Wildcats will lose this one 3-2 to the Litchfield Dassel-Kato Dragons. Hard-fought game. Wildcats come out of the losing end. They'll end up 2-2 on the season, while the Dragons, they improved to 1-2. So teams will approach the center ice stop for the end of the game handshake. Tough game. Wildcats return home against the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights, I believe, on Tuesday night. So we'll have a home game for the broadcast. Thank everybody for tuning in. Good time here in Litchfield on a Saturday afternoon game. And for those that want to watch more hockey, the U12As for Waconia, they play tonight at 8:30, taking on Litchfield Dassel-Kato at home. So we started the game a little further away from home, and we get to work closer to Waconia to end the day. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll keep the mic on for the stick tap, and we'll catch you on the next game. Thank you.